Hello, my name is Miriam Skandar. I'm going to be giving reasons why the connection of the 710 and the 210 is not a workable project, and also some disadvantages of the project if it does actually get done. The claim stated by the affirmative side is that the 710 should be connected to the 210 as it is beneficial to the Los Angeles area, keeping in mind that they never presented any statistics on how much will this change actually reduce traffic with the 5-mile gap. Claims for reasons why it's not a workable plan. The project plan will cost more than it expects to. The study only focuses on north-south travel and the east-west travel is ignored. The project will also take so many years. So the project plan will cost more than it expects to. The project at this point only have around $700 million. By the time they fully study the project, it will go up to some $1 billion. They don't have enough money to build the connection to the original plan. Not for the original plan, which is the freeway connection over the ground through cities, nor the alternative one, which is the 5-mile underground tunnel built between two cities. From the article, understanding why the 710 gap is being studied and what is being considered, published in May 27, 2015 by Steve Hyman. He says, quote unquote, keep in mind that the tunnel would undoubtedly cost several $1 billion, and the project at this point has $780 million in Measure R funding. Also, the MTA, which is the Metropolitan Transportation Authority study, concluded that the project was feasible and that construction costs could range from $2.3 billion to $3.6 billion. The project could take up to 11 years to complete the study. So think about it, if they don't have enough money to build the project, how are they going to give people living in the area money as indemnity if they go with the original plan and build the freeway overground, connecting the two freeways? Another thing is that even if they do have all the money for the project, they may end up paying more than they expected to pay. The article, should a 710 freeway tunnel allow trucks and will it be safe, published in 2015 by Stephen Swazillo. It says, quote unquote, Michael Castillo, the council member from South Pasadena, which has successfully followed the surface route extension of the 710 for decades, said a tunnel is a risky, highly costly venture. A highway tunnel project in Boston, nicknamed the Big Dig, started out at $2 billion but finished at $15 billion, he said. While a tunnel freeway project in Seattle resulted in ground seepage and a tunneling machine getting stuck underground for years. Another point and reason for why the tunnel project is not going to work is because the study only focuses on north-south travel and the east-west travel is ignored. In the draft EIR/IES key findings published in 2015 by Tomlin, Jeffrey, and Nygaard Nielsen, quote unquote, the study area faces an east-west transportation problem, not a north-south one. An east-west transportation project would likely have a greater congestion relief benefit for the project area cities than a north-south one. The third point is that the project will also take so many years. A lot of articles states that it will take up to around 11 years or more to get it done. The existence of the traffic in the area now can't wait 11 years or more to complete and build their project. The traffic will only get worse. In the article, Pasadena officials rethink support for freeway extension. Roads Council debate opposing the 710 link shift could alter momentum on controversial projects, published in 2000 by Mozingo Joe. It states that the proposed extension, quote unquote, has been on the books for over 30 years and still is nowhere near being completed. Commission member Richard McDonald told council members, quote unquote, even if it is given the green light today, it would take 15 years. The city's traffic problems, he said, can't wait that long. So going with the disadvantages for building the tunnel, one main disadvantage is building the underground tunnel will increase air pollution. Imagine all these fumes coming out of the trucks and cars passing through the tunnel under the ground. The article, How Should Metro Handle the 710 Project, published in 2013 by AirTalk, says, quote unquote, it does not address our congestion issues and our need for and public transportation. I agree that there's a need to relieve congestion. However, building freeways is not the way to do it, said Kubistrian, one of the Pasadena's council members, about the tunnel. He says, we've also looked at the tunnel option and see that it would actually increase pollution in the area and it would not relieve congestion. Another disadvantage is that it's a straight 5-mile tunnel with no exits. So from the article San Gabriel Valley Cities Splash Over 710 Freeway Options, published in 2015 by Sharon McNary, it says it's dangerous. Just think about it, folks, 5 miles of tunnel, if something happens, you're stuck in there. And then another point is fires and fumes. From the article, should a 710 freeway tunnel allow trucks, and would it be safe? Published in 2015 by Steve Swazilo, San Gabriel Valley Trampon. He says, I think it is very dangerous to be in a tunnel. I would instruct my family never to enter a 5-mile tunnel, especially one being used by trucks. Imagine if you are in that, imagine the smokes, the fumes, the fire. Another disadvantage is that it actually brings more car, because then more cars, if cars are used to traveling from point A to point B using alternative routes because of the traffic there, then because of the tunnel is there, then they're using them. From the article, should a 710 freeway tunnel allow trucks and will it be safe? Published in 2015 by Steve. Tunnel supporters see the benefit of an underground freeway because it would reduce cut-through traffic on their city streets, but with no exits between Pasadena and Alhambra, those with business at points in between would still be on the surface streets. Thank you.